FanDuel's got all the odds posted. Well, they've got all the conference odds posted. They've got a lot of lines of the year posted. So I was looking at this earlier today. I think there's some money to be made right now. At least I think there are some wise bets to be placed. I already placed one. I'll tell you what it is in just a second. So the conference odds are out. So I'm looking at the SEC. We'll end up talking about a number of them. But if you're listening on podcast, there are 8 teams at, well, actually there are 4 teams at plus 700 or better. And then there are 8 teams at plus 1,800 or better. But here's what's crazy. The experience at quarterback is down the board. So Texas is the favorite to win the conference right now, new at quarterback. Georgia, new at quarterback. And then there's a little gap. And then Tennessee's got Nico back. Bama, we do not know. They're 4th. Ole Miss is retooling most of their team. They're 5th. LSU's tied for 5th. I actually already bet on this today, so I mean it when I say I bet LSU doesn't stay at plus 1,000. LSU's a lot better team than that. LSU is a lot bigger contender than plus 1,000. They got the experience coming back at quarterback. I thought they did a great job in the portal. This is year 2 with a very, very good defensive staff having been brought in there. There are, I'm telling you, man, there's some worlds, there's some paths where LSU wins this thing, and then LSU is a prime contender in the playoff this upcoming year. That's not a prediction because it's February. But if we're looking at the odds market, if FanDuel is wondering where that sudden chunk of money came in on LSU earlier today, it was me. It was me, Austin. Florida, I think, is manually lowered. So they're at plus 3,300, which is 9th. They got the 9th best odds to win the SEC. It's schedule. If I did nothing more than flip Tennessee and Florida's schedule, I think Florida would be around plus 1,000, which is just crazy. They may even be higher than that. Now, there is a hater somewhere out there, mark my words, there is a hater somewhere out there that's going to look at the fact that Florida plays LSU, Miami, Texas, Texas A&M, Georgia, Ole Miss, and Tennessee. And they're going to say, yeah, but they're playing Long Island. Look at the SEC. Soft scheduling again. There will be a hater that says that out there somewhere. Also, Colin, could you throw up that odds board one more time? Because there is one team that's just jarring. Which one do you think, if you're watching on YouTube, which of these teams is most jarring in terms of their placement? I think Ole Miss may drop a little bit. They're plus 1,000. South Carolina, there'll be some money come in on them at plus 1,800. Auburn, total wild card, biggest wild card on the board. Look at Oklahoma. Oklahoma's down at plus 6,500. Year 4, isn't it now? Whew, man. Odds mean exactly what they mean. This is not an order of finish or anything like that. But if it were to play out roughly like the preseason odds suggest it will, that means Oklahoma's a total non-factor this year. That means teams are getting fat by playing Oklahoma instead of the other way around. If that's the case, again, some tough conversations to be had out there. They play Michigan week 2. And again, one of the biggest scheduling anomalies in all of major college football this year. I've done a lot of pointing on the show tonight. I don't really know where that habit came from, but right here, someone's going to have to explain this one to me. If you're driving around Chickasha and you're listening on podcast and you haven't checked your schedule this year and you plan on going to, some of the road games, get ready to speak Philly Transit, my friend, because you're going to play in Temple. You're going to play in Temple, not necessarily in the Temple. You're playing at Temple. This is just me wondering why. That's all I'm saying. There's got to be an explanation. I know there is. I'm just waiting on someone at Oklahoma to give it to me. So, yeah, Texas and Georgia at 1 and 2, that's just blind trust. That's the thing Bama used to get. So Bama under Saban would be the favorite every year, even if he lost his coaching staff and his quarterback and 5 of his top 6 production guys on offense. He'd just be the favorite because it was Alabama and it was Nick Saban and dare you to bet against him. Well, that's Texas and Georgia right now. Now, I think some of you would listen to that and you'd say, but has Texas earned that? Well, it doesn't matter if they have. They've got it. So if you don't think they should have it, like bet against them would be my advice.